What's up, y'all? It's the one and the only Hy'ki Roman, and I am here because I want to talk about it, honey. And what I'm going to talk about, it's Pride Month. You know, it's almost Pride is almost finna end, and I feel like Pride shouldn't be just a monthly thing. I feel like Pride is a everyday thing. And the reason I say it's an everyday thing is because as gay people, bi people, whatever you identify yourself as, if one of those letters are part of that lovely LGBTQRS, all these letters that they've added over these years, honey. Because I'm 24, and when I started, dibbling dabbling in the gay world, it was just LGBT, which stands for lesbians, bis, gays, and transgenders. Now there's pedestrians and things and all these different things. Why must everything be labeled under the LGBT community though? Everything is not doesn't I don't feel like everything deserves to be in our, category in the same box as us. But that's not what this video is about. But Pride norm used to be one day out of a month, I think. I'm not sure, but that's what I was told once upon a time. It was one day and then it became a whole month. Or Pride a week and then Pride month. But I feel like this every day of the year is a day to be proud of who you are. And you should show that you're proud of who you are every day. Not just the month. I feel like that's just a time for people to get together and have sex, because that's really what goes on at Pride. I've never been, but the stories I've heard about Pride, honey, had a girl looking like I might need to go to Pride and test out the waters and see I might can find my husband, which is crazy. A lot of people find their significant others at Pride, and a lot of people get pregnant. They say we can't get pregnant, but I'm pregnant right now, so I don't care. But yeah, Pride should be every day of the year, simply because it took us a long time to get to the point where we accept it semi. Because there's a lot of people that still doesn't accept us. There's a lot of people that still, judge us. I personally have dealt with it in my family. People saying that they support me and that they love me. Yeah, support me and love me and care for me and this, all that, with all they tolerate it. It's a lot of people that tolerate us and not accept us. It's a difference. You can tell when someone actually really accepts you for who you are, because the way they treat you shows that they really, truly, genuinely accept you. I'm gonna tell you a story about a friend of mine who I watched grow up in the gay community, and I watched him evolve into a beautiful person. Beautiful beforehand, but now that he accepts himself, it's even more beautiful. Well, I had a friend. I'm not gonna say any names because I'm not into the name dropping business. I had a couple friends actually. I was a teacher at one point. If you didn't know, I taught at Hammond Junior High for 5 years. Yes, honey. And people ask me all the time, how did you was able to do that when you don't even have a degree? The thing is, I didn't teach regular subjects. I taught dramatics, because that's what I've studied that since I was like 5, 6, since I could read, I should say. Since I was a little child, I was always, putting on a performance for my family, doing extra things, I was in every school play, I was in everything, so, it was only made sense that I go teach and be a drama director. But that's not what this is about either. My friend, came out to me, first, because I've been out of the closet. I'm 24 now. I don't think I ever really was in the closet, I should say. I've been out. People been knowing that I was gay. If you ask, I tell you I'm gay. But yeah, my friend told me that he had attractions to men, and that he felt like he wouldn't be accepted by his family. And I was like, well, the only way you will actually, your family better than anybody. If you come from one of those old Baptist families, it's going to be a crazy road to acceptance for you and your family. But the best thing to do is be true to yourself. That's the advice I gave him. Yeah, what's good for after shaving? Because I'm tired of getting bumpy, and I use alcohol, but So from there, he went to tell his parents, and the crazy thing about it is they accepted him. And I was so happy that they did, because I was like, if your family truly love, even if they don't accept you, you still be happy with who you are, because you have a support system, you have a whole unit of. In the words of Jasmine, and shout out to Jasmine, shout out to TS, because those two. Oh, let me not just say those two. I want to send a huge shout out to TS Madison. I want to send a huge shout out to the Queen Diva, Big Frida, your best believer, Jasmine Waters, and those are just a few of the names that can pop up in my head right then and there. Those are people that I watched growing up. I didn't really get into RuPaul Drag Race that much. I think because I really am not the girl that goes out all the way out with the makeup, but I love to see it, honey. I love to see a good drag queen. Don't get me wrong, I put a little makeup on here and there. I put it on a wig every now and then, or whatever. But those are people who really motivated me to truly accept myself. And I just got done watching a Jasmine Master video, and I was like, I'm proud of my community, and I'm proud of those who actually are stepping out the box. And I was like, it's time for me to do what I love to do. I have experiences, I have things that I can talk about that other people may learn from, because I've been through some crazy things. As you can tell from this scar, I've been through 4 open heart surgeries. I've done some crazy things in my time. I was a fighter. I was crazy, as people would call me. I was picked on. Well, they tried to pick on me, but it didn't work. But my friend is now living their truth. They're being who they really are. And I tell people all the time, I don't care what no one says to you. God loves you at the end of the day, because He made us all in His image. And I feel as if God knew me before I knew myself. God knew me before I was even put in my mother's womb. So why am I considered a sin? If God wanted me to be straight, I would have been straight, I do believe. I think God puts us on this earth for a reason, and everyone's reason is not the same. And I just want to say to the straight community, because I recently went on a blocking spree on Facebook, because I am so sick and tired of seeing people post these little stupid statuses like, oh, I don't want a gay person liking my status, I don't want a gay person dropping a hard ass. Well, what do you post these thirst trap for and add gay people? You accept I'm pretty sure a lot of gay people, you can tell, a lot of people on my Facebook page, that is, that are gay, you can actually see it in their profile picture. If you have such a problem with the gay community, don't add them. Don't accept them. Don't. Just don't, Because at the end of the day, we all deserve to be loved. We all deserve to be accepted. We all deserve respect. That's a big thing for me, by no one. If I feel like you're finna disrespect me, trust and believe you will get red, honey. And I am very good at it. I am a shady little individual, and I accept every bit of it. But I want the straight community to stop. Stop bashing, stop hating, and spread love instead of hate. That's what I want to see more of. I want to see more love. I want to see more acceptance. I want to see more happiness. I want to see people win. It may not be my season, but if it's your season, I'm going to be excited for you. Okay? That's just who I am as a person. I'm not a hater. I've never been. And they may have some people that disagree, which I don't really give a care. I'm trying to keep this video a little friendly, because I want to appeal to everyone. I don't want to cuss and all that, but don't get me wrong. I might slip up and say a couple cuss words in a couple videos, but Why do people keep riding around, baby? Go home. Yeah. I know I'm talking about one thing, but let me say something. Because I've noticed this a lot. When you get new neighbors, it's not your place to go knocking on their doors to welcome them in the neighborhood. I don't want nobody knocking on my door when I move in the neighborhood. When I'm getting ready, I'm in the process of moving either to California or somewhere like that with my mother. Because, and when I get down there, I really don't, I don't know anyone other than my mother and my stepfather. So if you see, if I'm just moving in, and I'm still trying to get, settled in, don't come knocking on the door, because you see a queen to move to the neighborhood, and that's what people don't understand. A lot of queens are friendly as hell, and I'm very friendly, but the thing about it is, when I'm trying to get my place together, don't come knocking on my door talking about, oh, let me see what you did, where's our place? It still looks the same right now. I haven't put no pictures up, I ain't put no furniture in yet, I'm barely in this piece. So don't come knocking at my door, please. If I don't know you, I'm not gonna say I'm not into meeting new people, cause you never know where your significant other can come from. But right in there, I don't wanna meet nobody. I'm just saying I'm not into the whole, cause we just had some new neighbors move in to where I stay at now, and I've seen a couple of my neighbors go knock on the door and be like, "Hi, how are you?" I've been here 24 years in this same neighborhood, and I've never went to none of my new neighbors' houses and knocked on the door right then and there. I will wait till I see them out in the neighborhood and speak, and if it sparks into a conversation, then I go into, explaining who I am and what I do, and, because a lot of people don't know I'm a singer, actor, songwriter, script writer. I'm currently working on a script, but I don't really need everybody knocking on my door when I move into a new neighborhood. Let me get settled in and peep out the surroundings first, because my cigarette. Well, it must have been me not smoking them. Because people just don't know. You could be having a really rough day and you get your ass cussed out. You can get cussed out, and I don't want to be just cussing random people out for no reason. But if you come knocking at my door when I'm trying to, get my place together, I might just cuss you out, be like, bitch, don't come to my door. I did it again. Like, don't come to my door. And, people might say I'm not friendly, might say I'm evil or mean. But, hey, that's fine. You can say what you want. But once you get to know me, you'll know I'm a sweetheart. I've been on here rambling, pretty much. So, drop topics and I'll talk about it, I love to hear feedback. I love to interact with you guys. This is my very first video. I don't know if I said that in the beginning stage of this video, but this is my very first video. And I'm going to try and post on the regular. I'm going to post another video right after this one. But right now, I'm going to end this video with saying spread love and not hate. It's time out for all the disrespect that you give to the people who are of the gay community. You wouldn't like it if I go around and just start bashing y'all, would you? So don't do us that. And at the end of the day, spread love and not hate.